was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Back to throw here, Herbert. Open man, it's Palmer. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 21. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. On 1st and 10 is Spiller. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
Spiller. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him and we'll step aside for a moment. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Again, they run it with Spiller. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Isaiah Spiller, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Now we'll see what the right arm of Dak Prescott has in store as the Dallas Cowboys offense sets up shop.
And how about the toughness of Dak Prescott? We see it all the time on the field. And remember when he had that serious ankle injury, would he return to form? Boy, did he ever. And he was better than ever, and that's great for the NFL. Terrific resilience, playing at a high level, capable of winning a championship with his arm and his legs.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That is caught by Lamb. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. In motion, that's Tolbert. Prescott on 1st down. That's caught at the 25. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Boy, 30 more yards and another 1st down. But we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind. No pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Prescott. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Joey Bosa, the outside linebacker, dropping him for a loss of 6.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. So now make that a second sack for them on this drive.
And, Brandon, we hear it every week when we go out to do a game. Everyone talks about playing complementary football. Their offense goes down and scores. They see that, and they want to back them up, and that they did, getting 2 sacks on this first drive.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Here we go, 47. Hey, 47.
They just get the play off. Now Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down.
Brandon, I have one word for you after that completion for a first down.
Lucky?
Analytics.
Well, the analytics say you pumped the football there.
So we're changing to analytics as we go, right? What a big-time play for them, and really took a big-time chance.
Yeah, big-time first half chance.
Here we go, 47. 26.
From the red zone now, Prescott flushed out right. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with second down and less than a yard.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Smash, smash.
Here's Davis running right. And he will take it in for the Cowboys score. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Cowboys are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Aubrey good with the PAT. And we are tied at 7. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Duggan to throw. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for L.A. 61 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll try and run to the wide side with Anderson. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. On second down, Anderson. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Throwing, Duggan. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
What an Excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up fourth down here.
Mevis knocks this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he returns this to the 22.
Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't change it up until the...
There he goes, right side. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Cowboys. It's the fullback, 78 yards. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They use their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
Now Mike McCarthy saying, let's go for 2.
19 tight. 19 tight.
They'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us. Because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Duggan. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the top. What's going on with that one for sure. Clearly they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
There he goes left side. Inside the 20. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. 71 yards. And the Chargers have regained the lead.
You get in a second and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass. Let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground. And he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Mevis on to attempt the point after. And that will make this a 4-point game. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Possession of the football going back to the Cowboys.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
And I like where this offense is going. I like what they're thinking because they want to spread the wealth, move the ball around, and they decide to get the fullback involved in these pass patterns as well. Normally, 2-yard hitch or a little flare out of the backfield. But this time, they sent him downfield. He's able to make a big play.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They go play action with Rush.
Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. To throw is Rush. Rolling to his right. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 22-yard line.
Rush working from the gun. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Delay of game, offense.
No, they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still 2nd down.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. Rush. Touchdown!
Luke Schoonmaker.
27 yards.
And the Cowboys have taken the lead. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Now Mike McCarthy going to decide to go for 2 here.
They'll try and run it with Davis. And he'll get into the end zone. So that pushes the lead up to 4. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. And it's so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2.
And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to see if all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. Burst by him near the 35. A big play there for L.A. 49 yards. yards.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Duggan will look to throw this. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now rush. They'll roll him out right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Cooper Rush.
A 10-yard touchdown run.
And the Cowboys will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That's a really good decision right there outside of the pocket. You've got to know the right time to shift from passer to runner. He was looking and looking, nothing there. You can almost feel the brainwaves firing as he calculates, I think I can win a race to the pylon. And he turns out to be right. Touchdown.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that?
Maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Quick throw there is incomplete.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
2nd and 10. Duggan looking to throw.
And he's taken down inside the 30. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Quick slant, Dotson. And they have a first down and well into field goal range also at the 16 now. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. Now we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. To throw is Duggan.
And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Here's 2nd and 10. Duggan now to throw.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A.
Trey McKinney.
A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Chargers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Mevis is up and good.
And the lead is down to a field goal. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. And the Cowboys going to go on offense one final time in this first half. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. Rush with it on first down.
Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Going right side here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Back to you guys in just a minute as we've started the countdown to opening night. Remember, the preseason has shrunk from 4 games down to 3. So just 2 more weeks of preseason action follow this, and then we get it all started on the first Thursday after Labor Day. In our game, most of the starters have made their cameo and departed, but plenty of youngsters out there with a lot to gain or lose as we get you right back out to Brandon God. Most of the starters are likely done. These coaching staffs getting ready to evaluate the youngsters in the second half. And to call the remainder of this preseason opener, we go back to Brandon God.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Rush to throw on first down.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here's Rush to throw, sliding out of the pocket.
And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Offenses all over continue to be aggressive, and most people never turn down a shot at a deep ball. But oftentimes it attracts a little bit of extra attention, and it did on that play, and that one got knocked away.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
They're going for it. Rush. That is caught.
And they get him down, but not before it takes it across the 40-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
First down now for Rush.
Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Tui Pelotu got in and dropped him.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers. And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Throwing here, rush. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on fourth.
Come on. Set. Trap 60. Not below 18.
They're going to try and throw. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. First down. Here's the run with Anderson. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Cowboys' 10-yard line. And that's about the easiest decline call you'll ever have right there.
Well, it leads me to one of my pet peeves, and maybe peeves is too strong of a word, but if you're going to jump off sides, finish the play. Make sure the play ends. Don't jump off sides and stop, because you see the net result here. If you go ahead and finish the play, you don't give up that type of yardage.
And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped.
Offside. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
They'll try to run this one in. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. They'll try again. And this time he'll work his way in. Touchdown, Chargers. So the second down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Now Mevis for the PAT.
And that will make this a 4-point game. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles.
Kevontae Turpin now to return.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48 there.
The time to get another look at this Cowboys offense.
And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
And they'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Chargers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Up the middle, it's Anderson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
57 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run it again with Anderson.
Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10.
And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. 61 yards.
And the Chargers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Well, that's a good-looking rookie right there. I love how he let the play set up and then showed that explosiveness that I saw on tape in college. Remember I showed you the clip of what he was doing and setting up blocks, and then he would just go? We saw it on that play right there. That one was fun to watch.
The extra point by Mevis is up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And ultimately he stopped right where he would have been. brought down to a knee at the 25.
Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field.
A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
They keep it with Davis on first down. To the 43, second down.
It's a gain of 3 on what will be the final play of this third quarter. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter of play.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Mustang 19.
Play fake. Here's Rush. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Back to throw, Rush. And that is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
70 Lion.
Fourth down. Here's Rush.
Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And that will force a turnover on downs.
And they'll run the option to start the drive.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here. Not done in the fourth. Following the fumble recovery, Rush.
And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's second down.
Oh, this defense knows. Fourth quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. The Cowboys on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Looking to throw. Rush. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
Good, clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
Go! Bobcat, 60 Bobcat, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Throwing to start the drive. Dugan. This one caught by Davis. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
From the 34-yard line, here's second down and 1.
Off play action. Dugan. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard.